Let's dig into a question that gets right to the heart of what makes a leader effective. Is there really one single best way to lead? Or is the secret something a lot more dynamic? Today, we're going to explore a really powerful framework that answers that exact question. I mean, think about it for a second. You've probably seen this happen. A manager is a total rock star turning around a struggling team, but then they completely fail to inspire a group of high-performing experts. Or maybe it's a coach who can take a rookie team all the way to a championship, but just can't connect with the seasoned veterans. It's a super common problem, and it points to a really fascinating truth about leadership. So, the first big hurdle a lot of leaders run into is this subtle but really powerful mistake. They fall into what you could call the one-style-fits-all trap. It's this assumption that whatever made them successful once is going to work every single time. You know, we're often told to find our leadership style, right? Are you motivational? Are you authoritative? Are you collaborative? And then we're told to just stick to it. But that's the trap, believing that a single approach can possibly work for every single person and every single task. True leadership, true effectiveness, comes from being able to adapt, not from being rigid. Okay, so if sticking to just one style is a trap, what's the alternative? Well, this brings us to a much more flexible and frankly much more powerful way of thinking about leadership. It's all about moving from being rigid to being responsive. And that right there is the solution, the situational leadership model. The core idea is actually pretty simple, but it's also profound. Effective leaders don't just have one style. They adapt their style to fit the development level of the person they're leading for a specific task. You can almost think of it like leadership as a dance, not a march. So you might be wondering, how does this whole adaptive thing actually work in the real world? Well, the entire model is built around one central idea: matching the leader's style to the follower's specific needs. The engine that drives this whole framework, it's a single, powerful principle. A leader's job is to first figure out what their team member needs, and then to adapt their own style to meet those needs. It all starts with that diagnosis. And here it is, the core concept. A leader has to adjust their style to fit the development level of their followers. Now, development level isn't about a person's overall potential. No, it's a specific measure of their competence and their commitment for one particular task. Think of it in 4 stages. First, you have D1, the enthusiastic beginner. They have low competence but really high commitment. They're excited, but they don't know what to do yet. Then comes D2, the disillusioned learner. Their competence is growing, but that initial motivation has kind of tanked as they start facing challenges. Next is D3, the capable but cautious performer. They've got the skills, but maybe their confidence or their commitment is a little shaky. And finally, there's D4, the self-reliant achiever. They're high in both competence and commitment. These are your experts, the ones who can just run with it. So once you've figured out that development level, you match it with one of 4 leadership styles. For that D1 enthusiastic beginner, you use S1, a directing style. You give them specific instructions and you supervise them closely. For the D2 disillusioned learner, you shift to S2, a coaching style. You're still directing, but you're also explaining your decisions and offering a lot of encouragement to build their commitment back up. Then for the D3 capable but cautious performer, you use S3, a supporting style. You take a step back from the micromanaging, and instead, you facilitate and listen, helping them build their confidence. And finally, for your D4 self-reliant achiever, you use S4, a delegating style. You turn over the responsibility for decisions and how they get done. The real magic happens when you get that perfect match. Okay, so we get it. We need to diagnose our followers' development level and then match our style. But what's the ultimate goal here? Why is this so important? Well, it all boils down to one thing: effective influence. And let me tell you, the payoff for this adaptive approach is huge. By correctly diagnosing where someone's at and flexing your style to match, you create this powerful chain reaction that just boosts performance all across the board. This slide lays out that chain reaction just perfectly. When the leader adapts, giving direction to the beginner, coaching the learner, supporting the capable person, and giving autonomy to the expert, they influence their team way more effectively. And why is that? It's because they're giving that person exactly what they need to succeed in that exact moment. The direct results? A massive improvement in overall performance. And really, at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. Situational leadership isn't some abstract academic theory, it's a practical skill set. It's a tool that equips leaders to navigate the incredible complexities of their teams and to unlock the highest potential in each and every person they lead. So let's just leave it with this one thought. Whether you're leading a huge company, a small team, or hey, even just yourself, think about the people you're trying to influence. Based on what we've just talked about, what's one small adjustment you could make tomorrow to better meet their needs? You might be surprised at how powerful that single change can be.